Sing in me, muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their alms in the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventures, muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oathsworn and Odyssey the Dragonlords campaign right here on TBK Roleplay. My name is Turk, or Turk Accented, whichever you prefer, and I have the distinct honor of being your GM for the evening, but I am not alone. I have a fantastic group of storytellers around this proverbial fire. And before we begin, if you could please, starting with the ever punctually first in line, Comrade, tell the people who you are, whose story you'll be playing today, and what path they walk.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. The story I'll be playing is Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragon Lord, and he walks the path of the Vanished One. And up next is Sir Heckalot.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. As per usual, tonight I am playing Calliope, the College of Epic Poetry Siren Bard that walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. Going on over to HP.
Hello, I am Last Hit Point Hero, and tonight I will be playing Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer who walks the path of the Demigod. Over to Tony.
Hello, I am Tony playing Eliana Legid, the High Elf Prophecy Cleric who walks the path of the Gifted One. Take it up to L.
Hello, folks. It's Albitha playing Ponos, the satyr rogue who is walking the path of the Cursed One. Now I'll pass it on up to Chrissy.
Oh, hello, I'm Chrissy, and I am playing Defira, our Medusa Warlock, and she is walking the path of the Haunted One.
No question marks there.
No, not today, maybe?
Oh, we found one. Anyway, as stated, I am Turk, or Turk Scented. I'll be your DM, but that's entirely too much out of my face, so let me describe the scene more. Last we left our heroes, you are all, you just stopped a hag from doing something. As to her overall plan, you're not certain, but you know that two members of her little cult within the larger cult of Lutheria were responsible for the supposed death of a nymph. Sorry, not nymph. Another actress. My brain's all over the place right now. I'll pull it back in a moment. And you brought sweet vengeance, except for one of you who's very, very drunk. Understandably. But as the night presses on and some more members of the guard close in on the sounds of combat as the situation relaxes, processing wise, of course, you guys don't have to handle anything. Though I guess emotionally processing is a different bag. What's the move?
I think we head back to the party.
I don't know if there'd be much of a party left.
There's about to be.
That's the spirit.
I think I'd get that from, oh my goodness.
I as a character did not get dolled up and then have to take it all off and then putting it back on, not go back to a fucking party.
We demand the party.
We go back and it's that awkward.
Why is
party.
nobody having fun? I specifically requested it.
Fun was had hours ago and it's over now, but then the latecomers are just milling about.
Well, you all can begin to return. On the way up, you notice that some of the guards have checked on the bundle that the one cultist had dropped at the top of the stairs. You find it's actually the body of Arya, and strangely enough, she appears to be breathing now.
I
Very strange.
really hope this wasn't some kind of complex performance.
It was just a social experiment, bro. No.
So, Eliana, why is she breathing again?
It's soft, and the guards are attending to her and helping, and removing her out of the bag. She doesn't appear to be conscious yet by any means, but
I don't know. She appeared pretty dead when I inspected her. I neutralized any poison she might have had, but
tried to maybe.
maybe it was magic from that hag. That revolting facade of some dreaming hussy.
Perhaps.
Shakespeare.
Uh,
Sorry. No, go. Clive.
So is she alive now then?
Is she alive? alive?
You want
Or
to
is this
check?
some falsehood
Can
of
you wake?
like
can
some
you-
weird puppetry of that mimics life?
I'm not the one that brings us back to life when we all die.
I
Constantly. I'm
currently do
usually
not have.
unconscious.
I don't currently have those diamonds.
Up
Wait,
to you. Are you
just
gonna go check, or are you just gonna
I
like
was just-
stand here rubbing your chin at her?
Poke her
I'll
with a
check her out.
talon. Are you dead?
Could
Yeah,
get a
make-
stick. Hold up.
Make the knowledge skill of your choice.
I have a few knowledge skills. Because I'm not trained in medicine like a fool.
That's fine. Your choice.
Can I do an arcana to see if that was magically related?
Sure.
All I can do. That's my contribution.
Okay. Roll for it.
16.
So, this is in conjunction with the fact that you were familiar enough. You weren't necessarily familiar with what exactly happened. You saw this restriction of muscles, like basically completely rigor mortis. But now, in conjunction with the information you have about there being a hag, you can pretty confidently say there was some degree of magical hex meant to imitate death. So while for other magical purposes, it wasn't, she wasn't actually dead, so they wouldn't have any effect. For all intents and purposes of appearing dead, it would be that way. Like, oh gosh, what's the one like the magical aura kind of thing you can put on yourself? Like, imagine that applied super quickly to somebody.
I know the spell and I can't think of it.
It's like Nistul's mystical aura or something like that. Yeah.
Well, there's nice tools, and then there is actually one that makes you look like you're dead.
Mm.
Like you Romeo and Juliet yourself.
Oh, interesting. But yeah, effectively, it was like a Romeo and Juliet situation, except without poison being it. It was a potent hex.
It appears as though it was just a false death. Well, when she finishes waking up, we'll see what she remembers, perhaps.
We'll have her brought to a holding place in the palace. We aren't certain what her plan was, her involvement in all this.
I think that would be wise to keep an eye on her. Just make sure she's okay and
Of course,
see what really happened.
We'll have physicians attending to her to the point she regains consciousness, and they deem her stable. At which point you may ask her questions if you like, but that might not be till the morning.
Yeah, I think it will be tomorrow. Eliana's almost dancing. Nope, I was mistaken. She only tripped over something.
Well, you are all free to return to the party if you like.
I think Leo heads to a guest room here in the palace
All right.
and just slinks away.
Sure
Trying
thing.
to find my parents again.
I was also no. Okay, so we have one of you going to bed at a reasonable hour. What are the rest of you doing? As I'll put on some party music.
I mean, if the party's like completely dead at this point, like Calliope would probably just go to bed.
It's not completely dead. It's just very clear that the overall mood of, someone appearing to have died on the floor is really dulled the mood a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people still milling around. A lot of the more drunken members are kind of in that state where you're not really doing anything, but you are in your like just little circle of sitting down and vibing. The movement has gone down.
Well,
But-
it may be best just to let the whole thing die out.
Like Arya, the party's only mostly dead.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you, Valak. That was amazing.
Yeah.
But it's sounding like everyone here is heading back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's for the best.
Well, unless I hear otherwise, I'm going to assume Miss Legide goes back to her parents' house for the night, and the others take up residence in the palace? Or are you having the night out?
No, I'd probably go back to my parents once the party is shooked away.
You can probably still enjoy a nice few conversations, though they're more inebriated and questioning about the situation. What's with that blood? Is that your blood?
No.
Getting into the what is blood
Mm.
of people in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They call him one of the four humors, but there's really nothing funny about it. Have you ever stabbed someone and had phlegm come out? I don't think that play of science is long for this world. Anyway. The night passes uneventfully. And as the sun wakes, I need all of you who are imbibing the night before to make me a constitution check. Especially you, Tefera.
At disadvantage.
Oh yeah, no, good point.
No, don't. No.
I'm okay with
fuck.
it.
She wasn't even
Is it
here.
a save or a check?
Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I'm getting this out of you guys early.
Did we say a save or a check?
Yeah, let's do a save.
Oh, I did a save.
Yeah, you had two of our players do saves, so let's continue that thread. Oh my
I just
goodness.
realized I
18.
wasn't in the roll 20. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
The Oracle's Chosen know how to party and save the day the next day.
Mm-hmm.
With the help of aspirin and Gatorade.
Well,
A couple of greasy snacks.
Yeah.
Fair was a 14.
Respectable.
okay. You're gonna wake up very hungover, but I also need to ask you a question. You got very drunk last night, and unfortunately weren't able to join in the festivities, so you were left basically unregulated in a absolutely drunken state, having imbibed what could lightly be called ambrosia of the gods kind of thing, you know.
Do you wake up on the roof?
I know. Well, I need to ask 2 questions. What did you lose, and what do you wake up with? Not like a who, but like what? Like it could be a thing as well. You can say, yeah.
What did I lose?
It could be conceptual.
I probably. If she was really intoxicated, if Defera was really intoxicated, she probably would have lost the ability to keep her mouth shut. So she probably just would have been either running her mouth a lot or telling people stuff that she would not normally tell them unless extremely intoxicated.
What kind of things do you talk about? Better yet, no, never mind.
Okay.
I'll deal with it later.
Sure. Right.
Because you don't remember.
No, I don't. Probably not. And what did I wake up with?
Yes.
She probably would have tried to like steal something, like not something major, but like a small chalice or like just something stupid in like a drunken, no, I want this and I'm gonna take it now and just.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, okay. I'm in the roll 20 now, so this works. 24.
Okay. You wake up and you have what looks to be like about a yay big like splinter of wood, one side polished and smooth, kind of almost in a half rounded shape, and the other side, you know, jagged, that has been broken off of something larger. You vaguely remember it being somewhere important and thinking, that's a stupid thing to be there. I want it.
Sure. I remember that, yeah. Vaguely.
Mhm.
It's very foggy. I feel like I need to put it somewhere else, maybe. Or not at all. Who knows?
Up to you what you do with it. You just have it now. But you've all now woken up. Most of you in better shape than other. Well, what's the plan?
Well, that was quite the evening. Everyone feeling all right?
I'm all right.
Well, suppose we have another task to accomplish. We did tell those guards we would meet them today. Just get that out of the way.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything to accomplish in town before we leave?
I think we were smart enough to get all our errands done before the party, so I'm good to go.
Wonderful. Everyone else? All right. Well,
Very talkative this morning. My goodness.
well, everyone's recovering. It's understandable. Let's find the Dragon Rider folks. And were they giving us a ride? Does anyone remember?
I think so, or something like that. Oh no, Turk.
Do you want me to explain and remind you, or do you want to work off of
I
this
thought
assumption?
I thought we were. Let's just figure it out because I think it's funnier.
Yeah.
I think we were supposed to meet him in the courtyard, right?
Sure, we can go from there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It might be in my my notes.
And then if it's not, well, guess we'll find out.
Wander around, just ask people where we're supposed to be. That's a good look.
Well, no, I mean, like, I'm sure we're supposed to meet the 3 Amigops from Mitros there. I'm just assuming it's 3. It's probably more than that, but it's the number I'm going with.
Did we miss the bus? Has the bus left already?
No, they were getting
When's-
shit-faced with Pythor. If anything, they're the ones coming out with sunglasses and hats.
I look over at Defira, and there's 1,000 little sunglasses on little snake heads.
I like to imagine that her hair just looks very slicked back and they're just all hiding in the cape. So I realized I wasn't here for the last session, but the session before that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes, and none of them are helpful.
Let's see if my old ones were helpful.
Let's just head to the courtyard and see if the dragons are there.
One of the notes says, "Not the king, only Valis." So I don't know what that means.
That's a good note.
We're a
That's a
disappointment.
good note. That's a good note.
Listen,
It
I have
says-
names. I have names,
I
but
would-
not places.
I would love to read through your notes and try to figure out what I was doing then.
Yeah.
If only they were.
One
timed
says,
in there.
"Water your teens appropriately."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember that. I remember that.
So, yep, when we arrived the other day, it was Captain Tarkon told
Mhm.
us King
I've got that.
Acastus requested aid. Yep, it was him and 2 other boys, because there are only 3 copper dragons
Perfect.
that apparently, and now I can't think of Leo's pseudo dragon's name.
Ikros.
Necros.
I was like, yeah, those are wrong. And then we partied because Pythor's like, nah, we're having a party. You ain't going nowhere. That was basically it. So yeah, let's just go find him. He should be at Pythor's.
All right. So, out in the courtyard is where they were. Dragons should be easy to find. Good plan. We make our way to the courtyard. Are there any dragons in sight?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I was honestly, I was like, are you guys still consulting your notes and trying to figure it out? So yes, you go to the courtyard. The dragons are still there. They're hanging out. They're getting their water and grub on. Doing some early morning stretches, doing some spins in the air kind of thing. Their riders are nowhere to be seen.
Leo, didn't you talk to them earlier?
The dragons? Yeah, but they didn't really want to talk to me.
Well, but maybe since we're here, we should tell them to get their partners.
Yeah, sure. I think, yeah, Leo then struts up and just says, hey, good morning. Are you guys ready to head out?
He's back. You think he understands us still? I hope not. We would love to drag you back to the king. However, our companions are still inside. We suspect they are very intoxicated. And it seemed like that was something your king intended to keep them, for a while.
I think the dragons get close to me and roar all this. And Leo has just the biggest smile. And after they finish, he turns to them. It's like, it might just be a bit,
Wonderful.
or they're hungry.
Wait, does Leo not know Draconic?
He does not.
Oh no.
That's the best. That's
Because
actually
I was about
the
to be
best.
like, because I
just
do.
assumed
Fantastic.
that you did.
I assumed he did too, because I'm just
That's
here, just
fantastic.
hearing the dragons' conversation of being dicks, and Leo's like, it'll just be a couple minutes. It's like, I don't know if you misinterpreted what they said or what.
Yep. This is
Okay.
fantastic.
Oh my.
You're gonna hear a voice from behind you. What you? Wow, you guys are up early for people that just had a big old party thrown in their honor, and only one of you looks groggy. Incredible. Only one of you had a good time, though.
We were chosen for a reason, I guess. Our early
Still.
rising.
Ah, yes, that's
Hence-
definitely it. I'm conversing many times with Versi, and she's always telling me, well, it's important to wake up early, as Kira will enter the courtyard. Why are you talking to these guys? You're supposed to be on your way to the third labor, remember? We're keeping the riders drunk so you don't get dragged down to Mitros.
That's right. The third labor's here. It's not in Mitros.
The
Well,
It's on our
Necropolis.
way.
It's the Necropolis.
Not quite. It's we have to follow the river upstream. No? Forget this. Never mind. I think you guys did have a good time.
All right, upstream. Upstream it is.
Okay. You don't want to take a few moments, maybe sit down, have some, something to help wake you up? Pyther's got a hell of a thing. Not that he ever really needs it, but licorice, beans, oleander, oil, and wine.
That's terrible.
Oh, I mean, I can get you the more classic stuff if you want, the onions and snails.
I actually feel fine.
I mean, I could keep telling you how people usually get not drunk anymore, and that will probably make you puke, and that make you feel better.
Little hair of the dog. You do always feel better after that, don't you?
Roasted onions and snails?
No thanks.
All right. Missing out.
I feel like I'm not. I suppose we hit the road then. Wake up on the way.
I think so. Yeah. Let's go. And then I think Leo turns back to the dragons and he's like, "We will be right back."
I really don't think he can understand us.
He says it's good. And then he head down to the shore.
Be on your way, he'll say in common. And they tell that you will look at him like, oh, we're doing this now, really? Once our ride, don't go too far. Our riders should be back soon, I hope.
Well, that's convenient for them to speak common. We can all understand what's going on.
It's convenient that you all have had an education except for this one.
You don't have to be rude about it.
Let's not get all tied up with the dragons right now there. Let's just go.
Well, you can certainly head on your way. Is that, you're just going to pack up and go?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
There was only the Arya you might want to ask
Oh.
questions of at some point.
Well, is she going to be up already or when we get back? How far is this? For being the Oracle's chosen and being led by a prophetess, I really am only half sure how long anything's going to take.
Kira, well, the Necropolis is about like 2.5, 2.25, or 2 if you're particularly fast about it days.
Days? Yeah, we need to talk to her now.
What, you thought everything was just built next door to each other?
Sometimes.
Be nice.
Didn't mind walking all the way to the Mithril Mines, and that was 3.5.
Oh no, we'd minded.
Well, I had to burn 3 days because they were making my necklace.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't account your need for jewelry.
I feel much better now.
I'm sure it really matches your clothes.
Well, if it weren't for that, I don't think I would have woken up this morning feeling quite as good as I do. By a lot.
Oh, you're missing out. Hungover people are the best. Look. And she'll go over and kind of a slight, not firmly, but pretty firmly, give a little push around to Defera. Look at the way your head moves.
The snakes will absolutely hiss loudly.
Ooh, extra sounds. That's good.
Like a rattle.
Hmm? Don't make it too fun for me.
Didn't even know they had tails up in there.
You think the tails move around when her brain does?
Maybe.
I'd rather not think about it.
Is it because you're hungover and you've just been lying to me? To hold out on all the fun I could have with you?
I didn't even drink.
I think you're underestimating our constitution.
Sounds like nerd talk. Come on. You guys got a witness / victim to interrogate. Not a lot of people get to do that. So I'll be interested to see how you handle it.
Yeah, we'll see if she knows what happened, and hopefully we didn't ruin some kind of strange performance.
Yes. More ancient prophecy. You can't go killing the person that's killing everybody in the city, because that would be just bad sport.
Well, but if we kill someone that only made it look like they killed someone, that tends to complicate matters.
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
There is. We take the dragons to the next town. No, that's right.
Well,
To Arya.
to Arya, you can pretty easily make your way to the holding cell, the holding rooms here. She's been placed in a somewhat comfortable, room. There's guards posted out by her door. There's no windows within the room. But she's not restrained in any way as you can enter. And one of the guards, I thought I was informed to let you know that while she appeared human at the party, as she regained consciousness, a magical visage failed to maintain itself. Yeah, well, she's an Oread.
All right. Well, it seems the local theater company is made up of quite the large, unexpected cast of characters.
Yeah, well, let me put out an example here. Do I have one up already? Oh, here we go. This is what an Oread looks like. They're a type of nymph.
Cool.
So, yeah. Pretty neat. But she's laying in bed. The meager clothes that she had, well, the clothes that she had at the party are still by her table side, and she's been basically put in a medical gown kind of thing, like a simple white piece of linen to allow her to rest. And she'll lightly stir as you enter, but hello?
Hey, looks like you're not dead.
Yes, I find myself quite pleased at that as well. You're the Oracle's chosen, yes?
Yes.
We are.
What do I do? Pleasure.
Well, we were wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what happened with the party last night.
Oh, well, I can tell you what I know. I was trying to find you. There, I don't know how to say this. Seema, my acting partner, she's not what she appears to be.
And that's a bad thing.
I didn't think it was a bad thing at first, obviously, but she's hiding something much more cruel than I am. She's a night hag, a servant of Lutheria, more so than most of us. I had a stone that she carried as part of her dark magics on my person. I was going to show you as proof, but when I got to the party, I stopped to talk with someone for only a moment, and then it all went dark. I think she followed me, or something happened. I don't know. Must have knocked me out.
Certainly something. And you felt the need to tell us this because she had done terrible things?
Yes, she was sacrificing people quietly, usually only at the wine festival, I would think. She would go off with somebody and disappear for a few weeks and come back and look younger. It was hard to notice unless you're like me and can pick out the details like that and know the practical effects of makeup. And she'll look at her own hands. I suppose have some knowledge of glamours yourself.
Whew, that's such a relief. Because we killed him.
She's dead?
Oops.
No, not oops. That's fantastic news. I don't mean to make it sound like I'm cold to her, but she was not a very good person. And she was quite mean to me.
Things progressed quite quickly, and she won't be mean to anyone else anymore.
Well, that's good, but on the downside, she was a fantastic actress. And I imagine Tassus is heartbroken to some extent.
I think the show may be better for it in the long run.
Hopefully.
You know,
Well,
not harboring a secret sacrificer of various people.
I don't know about you, but I kind of prefer my theatrical productions to not have a body count.
that's fair. There are some plays that Tassus occasionally says we should try, but no, I think now I'll be able to talk him down from it with much more authority.
Good idea.
Thank
so that's all you were going to tell us?
Well, you make it sound like such a small thing.
Well, it's things that we already know at this point.
Except for the stone. Do you still have it?
And
Hagstone, we found it.
Oh.
Mhm.
I was in hot pursuit at that point. I had no idea.
That and the bag of skin. I think that's what we found at our person.
Right.
It was among my possessions, but if it's among yours now, I suppose that's all for the better. I wouldn't wish to be anywhere near it. It has a dark magic over it. If I could destroy it, I would, but I'm afraid I only am what I am.
Is there a reason to destroy it at this point?
No, unless
Okay.
you find it odious or unhelpful or generally seek destruction of objects such as this. If it's within your power, I'd recommend it, but I can't tell you your path to walk.
Oh, we'll definitely take it into consideration.
Well, thank you for resolving this. You've made the city a better place, even though some may no longer accept me here. I'm proud that Astoria is better off.
That's what we try to do, is make things just a little bit better. Theoretically.
Well, I suppose I'll have to answer these questions many times over before I'm let go, but well, it's warm bed and some seclusion and a little bit of drama for the next performance, perhaps.
Yeah. May need to make some changes down at the theater.
I imagine multiple changes. We've lost quite the leading lady. She took every role for herself.
Now, did the director know?
Tarsus? As far as I'm aware, no. I mean, he knew he was hiring me. I confided in him, and I'm certain the number of satyrs he employs with the glamored appearances are, well, he's aware of. He provides the belts.
Satyrs do like their belts.
Well, it also helps them appear human, which helps in the story a bit.
Well, I guess lacking any evidence that he was behind anything or knew anything, there's not much else for us to do here.
I suppose not, but I'm grateful for all your companies.
Best of luck learning the new lines.
Well, we'll see about that. I mean, I've only been practicing them for hundreds of years. And she'll smile and, you know. Unless you have anything else to say, be on your way.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, we head out.
Now we get on the dragons to the next town.
God.
Well, is the move now to leave the city and head towards the Necropolis of Tillamook?
I
Mhm.
believe so.
All right. Kira's waiting for you at the western gate. She'll wave you all down. So, everyone pack their extra shoes?
Yes, and we killed the right person yesterday.
Oh, that's very good to know, because I'd hate for you all to have killed the wrong person.
I wish it wasn't such a concern every once in a while.
Well, you know, they have to make it interesting. Otherwise, you just end up killing everything.
Yeah.
Be really easy for you and very boring. And nothing's worse than a story being boring.
It's true. And if we kill all the characters, then there's nothing left.
Exactly. Oh, you understand. You better watch out, Eliana. He's after my heart.
Why do I have to watch out?
Oh, darling. Aren't we in the running? No? I had us down on the shipping chart. It's okay. She's playing hard to get. She'll, stage whisper to you all. Anyway, after you all, we have a fun City of the Dead to go to.
Always exciting.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely prepare different spells the next day.
Up to you. I mean, you have plenty of time to think about it.
Because I'm pretty sure Speak with Dead be hella useful.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Well, the eastern gates open wide now that the siege is ended. The captain there arranges his soldiers to give you a salute as you leave the city. A few citizens have also gathered as you make your way out. They'll halt their progress either at the bar or moving about in the earlier mornings to, give you hurrahs, and it's a small affair. However, you are soon on the road, which means we are going back to this map, which we haven't gone to in some time. And I get to reveal a new area.
Yes.
Map.
As we
The
enter
map.
Necropolis of Thylea. And I'm going to try and do this as best I can. So you follow the river northward, skirting along the plains of the steppe. So it's a 2.5-day journey. The first one, of course, being spent just kind of navigating your way along the river. The terrain here is mostly flattened, and a number of grazing creatures and larger plains animals like elephants and oxen roam here. The sun rises high and hot, and you're certainly able to take plenty of time to stop and cool yourselves at the riverside if you're sticking close. It flows strong and hard here, as you're certainly familiar enough with. Crossing might be difficult, but thankfully Kira assures you that you're on the right side of the river. Though she jokingly she tries to see how many of you she can get to cross by acting confused. But at the end of the first day, you can watch as the land once again slowly climbs itself up into mountain ranges. And with the increase in elevation to your sides, the current and cool breeze helps wipe away some of the day's work and sweat from your hike. And now, Kira does the sign that it's probably about a good time to start a fire by taking a firm stance at a particularly flat spot of grass and putting her hands on her hips. So, who's getting the firewood? And
I can get the firewood. It's no big deal.
all right.
We're along the river, so I suppose Calliope and I can get dinner.
Oh, well, only if you want to. I mean,
Only if you want to,
Good.
Calliope.
I would. Yeah.
well, I'll be clearing out the site of any sticks and unseemly rocks. Only the prettiest rocks would be fit for you all to sleep on.
The shiny ones.
Shiny ones with plenty of hard edges.
Sometimes I like a nice soft rock.
Oh, that almost sounds like a bed.
Wouldn't want to put you out.
Well, what about the rest of you? Or are you all going to be doing nothing, or, sorry, supervising?
You know, I put all my efforts into man management, and morale boosting, and camp planning. I'll be here should anyone lack the initiative to work on their own or part as a team, to be able to focus on tasks at hand and work from their own initiative. Failing that, I'll be here under this cozy sky. Cozing.
Posing, you say? I like it. I'm going to steal it. And the two of you, my quiet, fiery mistresses,
Just
No,
gonna kind of look at Defira and just like, what the fuck?
didn't like that one. I'll rewrite. I'll rewrite it for you. Don't worry.
Defera wouldn't be doing much, probably still not feeling the greatest, especially after a full day of walking and not feeling wonderful, but she would probably at least start helping Leo with collecting firewood, but would not be super helpful. She would be like picking up the kindling and making sure that we have, leaves and things like that that would help keep the fire going, but she isn't putting in a ton of effort.
Okay. So, I'll ask that. Would anyone like to go first in regards to handling their activities, or?
Sure.
Okay, fishing group. The river here is not so wild that you can't stand in it firmly, but it's definitely rough. So going in might be a little difficult. So you're probably gonna have to work from the sides. But spearfishing enough is an easy sport. Why don't you both make me survival checks? See how you do.
Oh boy.
It's a thing.
Okay.
13 and 12. Your success is modest. You were able to get some plenty of smaller fish. Nothing too large. Nothing that seems too meaty, but you can fill your spears up. It seems, at least for the moment, to be slow going, but steady progress.
Well, Calliope, what do you think we'll find at the Necropolis?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I, thought it was mostly just, bones and dead things, of course. But then I think back to that one guy we met in the marketplace that found something and took it. He found it there. And we should probably warn the rest of the group not to touch anything. Rather not have anything like that happen to them.
It'd be a good idea to let everything there lay.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Glad you remembered him.
Someone's gotta.
Yes. Well, we'll see what we can find then.
Sounds good.
All right. Anyone like to go next? Because if not, I have a thing.
Yeah, like
Firewood group?
firewood group. Yeah, I was like,
All
should I
right.
roll nature? But or you make me roll.
I would love it because the area here is, it's the end of some grasslands and the start of some mountains here. So there are trees, but the difficulty is less, is there wood in this area, and more, the wood here is tough and has that kind of hard exterior one gets from growing in a rocky environment that seems to get a little bit of lighter rain. And the fast-moving river doesn't seem to be like the small creek grow, it's not like it's gonna sprout up and spread seeds kind of thing. It's tough. It's tough wood here. So finding wood that is easy enough to break down and hasn't retained water to a point where it's still good enough. Not that you really need to worry about that too much overall with magic, but yeah, throw me a survival check.
Okay, survival.
Can I give him assistance, or am I rolling my own separate one?
I would love if you could roll your own separate one.
And what was it? Survival?
Survival, if you would.
Okay.
Sweet.
So between the two of you, with some initial, you find yourselves a properly old dead tree. It looks as if some time ago a storm rolled through here and it was entirely too tall or entirely too unlucky, or any number of reasons. Sidon works in mysterious ways. But it is dead and flimsy enough that between the two of you, heaving, using your own body weight, you can almost effectively uproot it, and it kind of just falls apart into some nice convenient spots, which with an axe or a strong sword, you could chop up into acceptable logs for a fire. Hell, you could probably even get a bench out of it.
So yeah, I think Leo's just hacking at the wood while DeFerro's just like supervising. There's a lot of supervisors here.
DeFerro will walk over and pull the small sliver of wood out of her like pouch, her like backpack, and just set it in her hand and show it to Leo. Do you recognize this by any chance? Like, would you know what this is?
You can both make me a history check feels appropriate here.
History. Ooh, good.
Cool.
That's good.
Cool.
We have a 3.
Ooh, a 19.
Leo, you know, by the way it's shaped, and in your brain, kind of like constructing an object it could have been a part of. This is most likely a fragment of a mast or some kind of very large ore. But you do get with the way it's polished and worn down on the smooth side, it's definitely been exposed to the sea. And it was part of some large construction regarding a ship. And but something else you can recognize with that history is, it's very old. Very old.
Yeah, it doesn't seem familiar. Looks like it's part of a ship. But it looks like more firewood, so that's good.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I'm gonna.
Did you just find it over here?
Not quite. I don't have too much memory of how I got it, but it's in my possession now. And I suppose until I figure out where it belongs, I'll just keep it in my pocket. And she'll just put it back away.
Okay, that makes sense. As he continues to hack away at all these other pieces. And I think, yeah, like for once, I think Leo just keeps to himself and just focuses on chopping the wood.
Okay. It's actually funny. As you do, Mikros is usually like either around you as you're working. I mean, if you're physically chopping, he'll be elsewhere. But now he's like has crawled his way up onto your shoulders, and you can hear him kind of, and he's effectively like pacing and gripping at certain points as you swing on your shoulders, and just kind of seems to be in a mood.
Yeah, I think I kind of like whispers, like, "Are you still thinking about the dragons?"
No,
I'm worried about them. No.
No, dragons are wrong, but that's I don't like it. We haven't found an egg, Leo.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
We need to find one soon. In time, you understand.
Yeah.
It feels wrong. Should have had one by now. They should have given you one. Why didn't anyone give you one?
Oh, well, from what I'm told, I'm the last of the Dragonlords. Or I thought I was. Then, everyone else apparently has a dragon but me.
Not
That's frustrating me.
dragons. Those are strange things. Empty husks. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Need to go find one, Leo, now.
I can't leave them all. They need me. We'll find one. Just give it time. A dragon egg comes to those who wait, as the saying goes.
No, it's not. I looked those up. I know everything about egg sayings.
Oh.
A watched egg never cracks. That's one.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm quite knowledgeable, except I can't find an egg.
Shoot. And then I think Leo, under his voice, is like, well, I guess you aren't that knowledgeable.
He will thwap you in the face with his tail. Just
Oh, sorry.
Very rude.
Well, you're being mean to me.
No, I'm correcting you. It's different. And he'll hop
Still
off
hurts
your
my feelings.
shoulders. You're tough.
I'm sensitive.
You are nuts. Maybe you are more like an egg than I thought.
But I'll never crack.
Because I am watching you.
Exactly.
Does Defira just see Leo talking to himself?
Well, he was whispering. He did clarify. So he's
Okay.
probably, but
I think at this point we're kind of just like hashing it out.
it's
and,
like, you ever seen someone talk to their animal?
Yeah, I do it all the time to my dog.
It'd be like
So-
that.
Sure. Defera would notice it at least and just quietly ask Leo, are you okay? Because you're doing a lot of talking to yourself and then answering yourself as well.
I'm not answering myself. He's answering me. We're both worried. We need to find a dragon egg.
Oh,
Do you know where one is by any chance?
no, not particularly. But now that I know that you're looking for one, I could try to help.
I think Leo turns over to Mikros. Is that okay?
And Mikros goes up and will start like sniffing around you. Just like, that thing where he sticks his head in to get a sniff, but then pulls back. She might know things about eggs. Smells like dragon riders. I'll think about it.
Okay. He says he'll think about it, but you smell like a dragon rider, so that's a good thing.
Oh, okay. You just let me know.
Okay.
Mikros will look up at you and give you what, like, you can, it's kind of hard to tell in the dying light, but he's definitely squinting at you. And
That means he likes you.
Scuttle away.
He won't kill you. One of those two.
So, back at the campfire?
I think, we just grab
Oh.
a bunch of wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you get your wood, and you are ready to go back. You can get the whole thing stacked on your shoulder. It might be more an effective
cool.
way. Get some rope tied on. Well, back to the campfire. That doesn't exist yet, but at the campgrounds. Eliana and Ponos, are you at all near each other, or?
I don't know how to interpret that.
Not like in each other's
One.
spaces, but like anywhere
wink.
near the vicinity of one another. So that
Probably.
a third person could stand in the middle of you and have a reasonable conversation without shouting.
Probably. I don't want to speak for Ponos, so
It's a solid shrug. Okay.
Sure, it'd be fine.
I mean, if you'll both allow it to be able to like stand somewhat near each other.
We can be within, 20 yards of each other. I think that's fairly reasonable.
Awkwardly standing as far apart as is reasonable.
yeah. You see this restraining order.
The distance is just beyond the range of I have to talk to this person, but not so far as like I'm avoiding you. Cocktail hour range. Gotcha. Well, Kira's gonna motion for both of you. Hey, and she'll like take a few rocks and kind of dump them off to the side in a pile she's made. I have an idea. I have the start of an idea. I was wondering if you guys could help me out because you're both very smart people. And you have to tell me now if you're in.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of a leer, just like because it sounds sketchy as fuck.
It's sketchy as fuck.
See, usually I wouldn't help, but it sounds sketchy as fuck, so...
No, I think that we should plan a prank. But here's the thing. It's got to be on someone specific. Now, we can't do Defera. She needs time to process. And Leo would just laugh at it himself. It wouldn't do any good. So it's got to be Calliope or Threnos.
Why?
Because nothing brings people together like one person getting pranked. Especially if it's someone who has more of their situation together and hasn't been going through a lot already. Nothing bad. I'm not saying we do anything bad to them, just something fun.
Yep, this makes perfect sense.
Come on. I've been sitting here dying to do some pranks, but you're all in the gloomy dumps about each other emotionally. Like, something.
Okay. Well, if it's got to be a good prank, everyone's got to be able to understand it. That's how you get them. Is we're all in on the joke. It's funny for everyone. And the one thing that I know makes me laugh more than anything is Leo's relationship with your parents. So, yeah, see, that's the look. The look of love. Perfect. Good. Now, how are we going to get them out here? I know. And he's going to snap and appear 2 magical images. 2 5-foot-tall illusions of Ileana's parents.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
I like this.
Okay, now we have to do is dig a pit.
What?
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 Well,
what's-
if you were Leo and you saw Ileana's mum, what's the first thing you would do?
Oh my goodness, run in for a hug.
Exactly. And if there's a pit,
Oh, that's funny. Just going to fall in
wouldn't
the
that
pit.
be
get
funny?
her-
I mean, it doesn't say it has to be an empty pit. You could put whatever you wanted in it, Call it latrine duty. You use your imagination. He's the Poolagoon kid.
I thought that was you.
Or,
No, he's the king of Poo Lagoon.
Oh, yeah, minor difference. Anyway, or you could put a trough, or we could get the bath schedule done early, whatever you want. Or you could just leave it empty and fingers crossed the bones don't protrude through the skin, because otherwise it's that's a really hardcore prank. But you're fine. You're you like gods and that, so. Fixing stuff like people. You love it. You love people so much. Eliana and people. Sitting in a tree. Moaning. Yeah, that's what we love. So you'll be fine. Right. It's not going to be too long before they come back, so you better dig in.
I'm going to not do that.
We could not do that. I guess we can just not do that. I guess of all the good ideas that have come up with today, I guess we could not do that one. Why would we not do that? I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, what is your idea?
I've contributed my bit.
Come on. What's Eliana? Let's hear your plan if you have something different. I'm personally in favor of latrine parent trap.
I'm not one for really pulling pranks. My whole thing was sneaking out. So, can't really help you in that department.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's wonderful input.
Yours are the one that imposed the idea. What was yours?
Well, that's the thing. I need your help in pranking one of the sirens.
I already feel that at least one of the two doesn't really care for me, if not both. I'd rather not make it worse.
Which one doesn't like you?
It's less me specifically and more generically.
Yes, those words were definitely used in the correct way there, and I definitely understood what you're saying. But assume I'm very, very stupid.
Eliana's going to refrain from saying anything with that.
Oh, yes, I know, but...
Calliope's made it pretty clear she doesn't care for any of the settler races. I never really asked her about it to make things not awkward. But she's voiced the opinion, and I don't know if it's changed. And I'm not prepared to make it worse. Or to solidify the reasoning.
I think you underestimate the societal importance, perhaps, of pranks.
Perhaps. It wasn't really, like I said, they weren't really done when I was shooting air, quote, growing up.
Ah, yes, because you didn't grow up. You were hatched out of an egg.
Growing up for elves a little different, especially when you live in a temple for 80 years. It's not like a normal childhood or teenage years or adult years.
This sounds hilarious. Maybe the reason that she doesn't like any of the settler folks so much is because of their famous sense of humor. Now, if you were a bird bard, you like chirping and fluttering about and that, and sing songs. Yeah, see, now you're on board. Now you know where this is going.
Choking on my own
Fluttering
spit
about,
over here. Don't worry about it.
tweeting in the trees, going cheep, 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 and hoot, 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 and all the other. I mean, I don't know. I've not been paying attention, but I'm sure it's something like that. And wouldn't it be hilarious if they thought they'd written a song, but really it was us?
Are you saying that we provide the mental stimulation for a part of her song, and then at the final contest, where I and her will compare verse, I can claim one of hers as my own?
Exactamon Deus.
This is the long-term things I love to see. This will be a prank for the ages. Generations will speak of it. Her family will be shamed for decades.
And all the time, it'll be our ditty.
Oh my goodness. But we must swear now, and she'll take on a more airy voice. You must swear to never speak of this to them. What we do now can be spoken of to no one but ourselves and in secret. Nay, a simple twinge of the nose is not enough. We must spill blood over this.
I'm swearing.
I'm kidding. Okay, come on. It was fun. I got you going there for a little bit, right? I'll go set up some good scenes and get some things going. Yeah, maybe also do the Parent Trap thing. That sounds fun. I'll start digging.
I mean, that's going to happen either which way. But I think we're onto something here. Perhaps for true art, all that's needed is the right muse. However, when people think of it, they think of something immensely passionate and evocative and romantic and sort of this wonderful construction of fate and realism and emotion that must be somehow woven into a sort of fabric of lyrics and color and creativity to make a concept reality. Why don't we just set up those situations to help the process along a little? I mean, it sounds like a lot of pressure to put on yourself, and clearly there's a lot of issues that need to be worked out. It doesn't mean that all music has to be this self-flagellating, emotive kind of epic. It could be a limerick about someone falling in a hole because they saw someone's parents.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Gonna need both of your hands to do it after we build the hole.
I think so. Look, there once was a lad from the past who needed a really good bath. He saw someone's mum and fell on his bum, and now he's a bruise on his ass. Boom, done. See? Epic poetry. I don't see an issue. We just set up the situation, and the bard does the rest, because I assume that's how their job works.
Yes, that is certainly how our job works.
See? Simple's pimples.
Let's start digging the hole, but then the idea. And
I mean, just want to point out the idea was mine and the illusions were mine, so the hole should be Eliana's. So,
what?
Yep. Good luck. You've got to contribute as well. Go team. Whoop.
I don't have to do anything.
Well, Kira will start digging a hole quickly, just displacing a whole bunch of earth. Is able to get a pretty decent ditch back by the time you see the first group coming back with the firewood. And she'll like dust herself off. Okay, second part of the plan. And she'll look over and she'll basically like catch a glimpse of the river and the two of you there starting to come back. Okay, I'm gonna need both of your hands really quick.
Why?
You gotta trust me.
Just gonna kind of close her eyes and just like hand out, just like,
Mm-hmm. I need you both to make me strength saves with disadvantage because you're gonna be surprised by it.
Oh, this is some bullshit.
With
Oh,
disadvantage,
get
you say?
fucked.
I already have disadvantage, so it doesn't make a difference.
You already have. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
There's
Oh, cool.
opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, I got a 22 even with this advantage. Oh wait, no, it's a 20 because somebody gave me a -2 in chat.
Uh-oh.
Corn
wrecked, nerd.
cough.
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
That I should still be good.
Calliope and Thrynos, as you're coming in, you are going to see, because Ponos, you feel just a hard yank on your arm as Ponos is caught in the arms of Eliana on your, as you are able to get sight of the camp. Kira nowhere to be seen by the two of you.
This bitch. I swear to Cowboy Christ, she will be murdered on sight.
She's like sitting over, oh, you're finally back. Thank goodness. They were getting really touchy-feely.
Okay.
Oh, she's still here.
Can I vibe check?
She's like behind you. Yeah, you can
I
certainly
want
try.
Oh,
Okay.
it is just going to be like that slow turnaround, and like, if I had the like, I'm about to pull out these fucking basilisk guys and use them on her.
You can't read her.
Oh wait, no shit.
Great,
Is it
cool.
Eliana came onto me.
Oh, believe me, I believe you. She's a big old flirt, and I don't blame you for falling to her ways. And she'll go over to you guys. I've been trying to give them as much time alone as possible.
Is that right?
Oh, also, Eliana's parents are here. And, as the rest of the group is here, you'll see parents.
Could I roll an insight check?
Yes, you can.
Why
Against,
is
what's your spell save DC?
But Eliana's dad with a pitchfork.
18.
I'm going to guess an 18 beats your spell save DC, Ponos.
I don't even think I have a spell save DC.
All right, for his minor
minus.
illusion.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd have to like actually go check it out.
Yeah, you have to use an action
Otherwise,
to
you
it.
do see it as like it's the real deal.
What?
Insight wise, it is strange that they're here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
got it.
He thinks about it for a second. Yeah, it crosses his mind, but then he still goes over and it's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And heads straight for them.
Why does he?
Was there a hole actually?
Oh yeah,
Dog.
if you weren't paying attention, you just it's not deep. You go about like waist deep and just catch your torso on the side.
How?
What was that?
And you'll watch as the illusions disappear, but down there, you will hear a small crunch a little bit, or like a small little like tink, like you stepped on a piece of jewelry.
But like the hole's pretty small, right?
The hole's like, torso height, and you've like hit it and then probably like moved back a little bit, and you're a bit jittered, and you can watch as, I don't know if Eliana's parents are disappearing or not, but
You're just like halfway through them.
yeah.
Oh, they're not real. A little help, guys? As I try to get myself out. I
Yeah,
think I
look-
stepped in something.
Looking down, you can see there's actually a small bit of glimmer, maybe a little bit of like a gold with a gem inlaid.
Pick it up.
It looks like once this was a set of, oddly enough, golden glasses, where instead of the glass itself, there was a diamond or some kind of precious gem. Looks more honestly like a ruby of some kind. But at the moment, you can you realize you've stepped on half of them, leaving the other half unaffected. And you have, instead of the eyes of charming, you have a monocle of charming. It's the magic item. Thank you very much, chat.
So let me just get this straight real quickly. We went to get fish for everyone, and they went to get wood for a fire. And
Yep.
you three dug a hole.
No. Eliana dug a hole.
Kira's like,
Just Eliana, to be fair.
I commend the commitment to the bit.
he's in a
It
hole.
went
you
as
can
well as
find
I
you.
expected.
Who's hungry? And I will cast bonfire over on the side.
Oh.
Just this entire time, like Calliope's eyebrows have just been furrowed. Like her face reads nothing but confusion this entire time.
I expect at some point we'll get used to this. Until then, that was funny.
Hey, Defer, look, I'm smart. As he has his new little toy.
That was even
Uh,
funnier.
I picture Leo saying that as I'm helping pull him out of like the chest high.
Like one arm, just
Yeah,
like,
that
look,
he's
it's
in- yeah.
smart.
You're right. You are very smart. You
Cronus
got
is
it.
opposite with his little crown going, yeah, me too. I came up with this.
And as Threnos starts a bonfire, it's just Leo and Defera looking at each other, holding arms of wood and tree bits, and we'll just set them in a pile for maybe later sometime.
Bonfire only lasts for so long, and it's magical, which is good, but a real fire's where it's at.
As soon as we toss some real wood in it and it catches, then I'll let it dissipate.
Kira will scurry over, and while she is giggling to herself, she'll help start getting the fire going. Sure likes fire, you're learning. But the night continues. The hole can be filled in or left open to your heart's content. What do you all talk about as you eat and sit, or is there no conversation? You don't have to go into detail or RPN. I'm just curious what you guys all talk about now.
The Pharaoh will bring out her new piece of wood and ask if anybody knows anything beyond it being from maybe like a ship or a part of something from the sea. Do you recognize the type of like wood it is? Like where it's from maybe?
If anyone wants to go ahead, they can make a nature check or a history check, depending on what they want to know.
Yeah, I would like to. At least, I don't know, being from the coast, worth a shot. Oh, but which one do I want?
It's up to you.
Have you carrying that around all day?
Since last night, I think.
Just in case?
I think I stole it. Like, pretty sure I broke it off of something Maybe?
Oh.
Not sure.
I guess we'll find out when we get back. Calliope, any idea what it might be?
Do I have any idea what the 16?
That would is similar to a lot of the wood here in the area. It's just with the age, like, you know, something like if you're conferring and if Leo's willing to share how old he thinks it might be, exposed to the open air, this should have started degrading past the point, unless it has a strong seal, like a strong coating to prevent aging or degradation.
So like it's petrified but not?
It should have molded at least a little bit. Yeah, it's like live petrification.
Mm.
I'll hold it up to Calliope's face as close as they will let me and go, does it smell like the ocean to you? Do you smell
I mean,
that?
does it? I don't. DM, I don't think it does, right?
Does it smell like the ocean? You hold your nose up to it and take a strong whiff, and you do smell the sea. Like putting your ear up to a conch shell. Except, obviously, different senses. And
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, it's salty.
That's what she
You
said.
know, it does. But what would it be doing here then?
Well, like I said, I think I broke it off of something, or took it off of something, or stole it while intoxicated. So I'm not sure I have any answers. So what you guys have provided is much more than what I began with. So I'm very appreciative.
I'm glad we're at a net positive then.
Just please don't let me drink like that again, because apparently I steal things, which is new.
Good plan. Good plan.
And she'll put it back in her like satchel.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You are going to give it back when we get back, right?
But that's the question. What do we give it back to?
2, right?
Well, I mean, just the palace in general. That's the only... Where else did you go?
Listen, things happen when you're drunk. You don't know where you go sometimes.
You know, and to be fair, I don't remember a lot of the evening, so lots of things could have happened, but I don't know if the Oracle's Chosen want to be known as thieves. So maybe we just sneak it back in there quietly.
To the place we don't know where it came from.
Yes. You know, down the road when we figure out where it goes, or
Oh, there's
who it
time to
belongs
think
to,
about
maybe.
it. Of course.
Yeah, lots of time.
All right. Oh.
Speaking of, since we're going to the Necropolis, I'm not sure if we really, if Dronos or I ever told the rest of you if that someone we encountered in the marketplace had been cursed as a result of stealing something from the Necropolis, and pretty sure he's not around anymore, if you know what I mean. So it's best that we don't do that.
Yes, generally speaking, stealing things is not a good idea.
That one has
Okay.
very real consequences.
Yeah, it's like a curse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the curse of the grave robber's very serious, but it only applies to graves that have been consecrated by the gods.
Oh.
Honored dead. You know, you'd imagine they'd try to get to everybody, but usually it's the chance that they might have been consecrated that I find keeps most thieves away.
Exactly. I don't know about you. I have no idea how to tell.
Well, let's put it like this. We're going to the gravesite of the ancient Dragonlords of old who worked with the Five to save Thylea.
Oh.
And Miss Mistros and signed the oath of peace. I mean, there's a good chance. I'm just saying, maybe. Yeah, you just listen to your friends and.
Just leave things lie.
Oh, definitely.
No drinking in the Necropolis.
Well, you know. Just, show some respect to Telemach and his Necropolis. He worked very hard on it, I understand.
Yep.
And, looks over at Leo. It's got history. There's some folk in there.
And I'm excited to see who. Well, bed everyone. More miles to put ahead of us tomorrow.
Yeah. I will say, as you all head to bed, Leo, before you go, Mikros rises up, like on top of your chest. So I just imagine how he sleeps in my own brain. And you can kind of feel as he shifts and kind of accidentally brushes your face with his tail, you can lightly awaken and he... I smell something. He'll look you dead. He'll look you in the eye.
Is it wood?
Out back, and
Okay.
he takes off and heads further along the way that you're heading from your best groggy guesses, but.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I just like, and then just fall back asleep.
Okay. Well, the night continues quietly, calmly, and as dawn's first light breaks, I think now would be a perfect time for us to take our first break. So we're going to be right back, everybody. Go handle all of your fluids and anything else you need to know. Okay, hate it. Think about it later. We'll workshop it. Go take a break, stretch your legs, do anything you need to do, because we're going to be doing the same. And shortly enough, we'll return with the next leg of our adventure, which definitely be worth seeing. But thank you so much for joining us so far. HP, if you please take us to intermission. Welcome back, everybody. We have been embroiled in the absolute most epic of combats. But after a long, singular round to decide whom has the pleasure, the honor of getting a boon, the winner is Chrissy with the selection of rock against text scissors. Truly, yes. Show the guns.
What did I tell you, chat?
So, on waking up, we'll start with Defera. You're hungover. You were hungover. You're no longer hungover. I mean, barely. It's like you've just started to recover, honestly, as you wake up the next day. But with that, you do feel a kind of acute, like a bodily numbness, like not that your senses are dulled, but you feel a bit tougher for it, you know? So, for the day, 3 times, you may turn any critical hit into a normal hit as a reaction. And I'll put that in our little chat thing here.
For just me or for others?
Just you. This is your boon. Anytime you take a critical hit, you can turn it into a normal hit. But we also had another boon. And this one is going to Ponos, who, upon waking up and going through all of the, thinking on the nature of pranks, and how you as a manager can help facilitate things easier. You've leaned back a little bit on your command, you know, your history. And today you feel especially confident in your ability to get these people where they need to be. As a free action on your turn, once a combat for today, you can give somebody another action. So, yeah. You all wake up. And it's still cool in the valley that you're in at the moment. River continues to flow heavily a little ways beyond your camp. But it's light enough to keep walking again. Kira, as her almost solemn duty, has taken it upon herself to start getting some breakfast going with some leftover fish from the night before, as well as some rations, of course, and some warm water, just to help start the circulation.
This isn't
Well-
the strongest tea I've ever had.
Well, you know, I was really going for something that'd knock you off your feet, but I figure that's inconvenient. Maybe we get some better spices when we're in Mitros.
Sounds like a plan.
Good.
Until then.
Until then, enjoy the hot water.
Hmm.
It's good for you, and she'll down it.
Well, let's do something more pleasant, like walk for 10 hours straight, shall we?
Oh gosh, that's right. We do that a lot, don't we? When you put it like that, it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Well, fine, if you suppose for all the others. And anyone else doing anything in the fine beginning of the day?
Actually, I check. Did Mikros ever come back?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I think I look at my satchel. Yeah, don't see him, and then just he'll be fine. And just like close it up and hope for the best.
Up. What do you mean? He's gone?
Yeah, he smelled something, and he went to go investigate.
And you just let your cat-sized dragon just wander off into the random woods where there's large predators and other animals about in a land that's pretty hostile towards anything, really.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Do you not?
They can handle themselves. They're strong, just like the rest of us.
I'm gonna take a hot second and just kind of sending to
Oh,
Mikros.
wow.
Mhm. I was gonna
Listen, I
suggest
have the
same.
telephone spell. I'm going to use it.
I have sending as well, so I was gonna suggest it. Good idea. Do it.
So I just kind of I guess this would probably be more towards Kira's alley, the god. This. As I flip, since I have essentially the 5 coins of the 5 for augury, I just kind of flip that for the sending. Naming Mikros. I will put in chat my 25 words or less.
Okay. Are the rest of you concerned about this at all, or?
So,
Yes, though not entirely sure what to do about it.
You can check around to the campsite.
Does Eliana say that she's sending a message to Mikros? Or just do it?
She probably should be like hold on, and she's cast sending before, so I feel like you would know that she doing
Okay.
it.
If that's the case, then DeFaro would, maybe turn to Leo or Calliope or Threnos or Ponos or whoever else and just be like, do we want to start seeing if we can track him a bit?
well, but
You can try, though he flies, right?
Leo's
Yeah.
not particularly concerned.
Yeah, he'll be fine. They'll come back. They usually do.
Eliana, you send out a message, and you've never heard Mikros' voice before, so it's kind of a surprise when you get back. I'm close. I'm close. I can smell it in the dead place nearby. I swear.
And it's just like you just kind of see her face just kind of grimace. It's just like, this is not the expectation of a voice.
Alas.
And I'm just gonna kind of look over to Leo, and it sounds like he decided to go there without us. He's heading off to, and I quote, the dead place, because something he smells is close.
Yeah.
Also
that's-
followed by a weird sounding I don't know what's going on with that whole thing, if that's what he sounds like all the time.
No, it's more of a
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable to hear that.
I'm glad you understand him now. Great.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's go meet up with them. And Leo begins to kind of jog in that direction.
Oh, that feels unnecessary.
DeFaro will not walk faster than a stroll.
Okay. You all can continue on breaking down camp. It's simple enough. You've done it plenty of times, and you continue on your way. Question: would you like the first music I played, or do you want to keep it in this range? Do you want to keep this mellow groove, or back to?
Fine.
So I'm kind of feeling this movement.
Go for it then.
All right. Back onto the road, you find yourselves once again to your right, a massive mountain range, absolutely dwarfing you. To your left, you can see the river split. It begins to move out away from the trail a little bit, but does begin getting closer. Not much occurs. You find no sign or, trail of Mikros. It seems he's finally decided to use that ability to fly. Something you do notice as you get into this valley, the life, the signs of life around you, the birds chirping and the insects and occasional small animal like a mountain goat or something like that. Things that kind of like fill in the background, they disappear. There is silence beyond the rustle of trees by the wind, and occasional the sounds of rock under sandal as you slide them around in place, and the constant motion of the river in the distance. And this is around midday, so it doesn't seem that anything is directly changing. It's just the fauna of this area seem to not be as present as you may like.
We are still about a day away from the Necropolis, right?
A day and a half by your estimates. About a day now. Sorry, yeah, math. Yeah, you're halfway through this day. You have about a day's journey to go. But it is getting... Honestly, everywhere else you've been able to hear animals in some degree or another. I mean, especially in the Old Wood, like, that's a given. But here, you should be able to hear something, but there's nothing. And you kind of live in this silence. No one really calling anything out, just traveling. And it's in that silence you find that while you might have initially jumped at the occasional bleating of a goat you couldn't see or a rock stumbling out of the way, it's just, in the absence of sound, you can't help but feel more on edge. I mean, perfectly natural for all of you. That is, until the river begins coming close to you again. And not only that, I'd say it's about later afternoon. The sun is on its decline as you hear the sounds of two men talking and lightly laughing in the distance. And, coming around a bend in the road, you can see two men. They're effectively only in skirts rolled up to around where it'd be modest to do so. Around where it'd be about as modest as they could be in the situation. Out in the river, standing like statues that can move, striking down with hard force into it and pulling up some fish. And they appear to just be going about it very casually, despite the roar of the river around them. They just...
Do we say hello?
I think Leo then yells, "Hello!"
Answers that question.
One of their heads will turn up and raise a hand. And as you're getting closer, you can see these guys are like ripped, like bodybuilder style. They're like, hello. Good day to you, friends. And they'll both stand more relaxed attention with the number of fish stuck on their spears. What brings you this far out of the cities?
That's excellent form there. Are you two fishing regularly?
Well, as often as one needs to eat. Which, we have found to be quite often.
Eating is helpful. We're just on our way down the road here. Have you noticed it's gotten very quiet around here?
Yes. I have asked we've asked our friends about such things, and it seems to be an effect of, the dead further on, I think, has brought this valley to a bit of a lull. But the fish are still lively, huh? Perhaps they don't know better. Also, sorry, I said the mountains were to your right, they're to your left. Not a big issue, but it's across the river from y'all.
Well, I guess they're lively until you catch them.
Well, it would be worse on them if we caught them while they were alive, I think. More humane this way, no?
Sure. You say the dead have the effect on this valley?
And one looks to the other. I was never much of a spiritual man myself. But it is said that is an effect that they can have. That's what we were told anyway, by our friends. And they'll start making their way out of the river, accepting that this conversation might go a bit longer than just a passing hello. Oh, you must forgive me. Where are my manners? I am Likas. And this is Gorgios.
Thranos. Pleasure to meet you both.
Leo.
Very nice to meet you. And your friends.
Oh.
It's quite a diverse company you keep, if I may say.
Well, we are the oracles chosen and are drawn from all over the land.
Interesting. What is that?
We're still trying to figure that out exactly. So far, it's been odd jobs.
So you are something like heroes, or at the very least mercenaries.
I think heroes. We haven't been paid really properly.
Perhaps the other one offers, perhaps just poor mercenaries then.
Oh, we get the job done.
It's good. Better than leaving the job unfinished. He'll turn to the other. We could tell them, certainly. They don't seem a troublesome sort. You're not the troublesome sort, are you?
Most of us.
Well, we can trust the good part of you to keep the others in check, I'm certain. Our mistress lives but a few legs down the road. She is a gracious hostess and greatly favors travelers who would stay with the night. Or two. You might find her hospitality hard to leave.
Well, that would be generous. We've been spending our evenings on the road.
Then a warm bed is something you deserve. The oracle's chosen, yes? It would be our honor to escort you to our mistress. She would love to speak with you. She enjoys hearing of modern events.
What's your mistress's name?
I would let her introduce herself, but Yuria. It is not the most beautiful name you've ever heard. Don't you laugh. It's with an E.
That's literally worse.
Euria.
Well. She sounds lovely. let's.
Yeah, and if you could introduce us, that would be very helpful.
Of course, we would be more than happy to. So wouldn't we, Lucas? Well, I am not the best at introductions, but, well, you can introduce yourselves, I'm certain. We can show you the way. It's only, like I said, it's just on the road. An old watchtower.
Sure. Just give us a moment to confer with one another. You can
Yes.
get your fish ready and lead the way in a moment.
Whatever you wish. We'll be heading down the road with you one way or another. Whether you choose to stay in comfort or not is none of our concern. And they'll wait respectively at a distance if you want to convene with each other.
So, to Uria's tower.
I think so. They seem trustworthy.
I mean, are we not worried about reconvening with Mikros at all?
I'm pretty sure it's that way too.
Yeah, but they seem very insistent on us staying a day or two.
And I'm pretty skeptical about some random, river people.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
When's the last time this has gone wrong?
Theater. I'm just sensing a
times.
pattern here. I'll go with whatever the rest of you think, but that's just something to keep in mind.
I mean, a Uria Tower investigation probably wouldn't be all that bad.
And then we might get something better than hot water for breakfast.
Hey, I tried.
Something new. We appreciate it. That's enough.
I thought about putting effort into it.
And it's the thought that counts. I mean, what? We have to spend the night anyway, and as long as if we get there about evening, we should still reach the Necropolis at the same time.
And what's the chances of them trying to kill us?
Well, speaking that into existence might make the chances just a little bit more.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to comfort you.
I appreciate it. It's the thought that counts.
Well, shall we accept the comforts and luxury of Uria Tower? Why does that name bother me?
I don't know.
It's like it's infecting my brain.
Figured, just a day or two and put it behind us.
Well, as long as it doesn't. Well, anyway, leave you all to the talking.
So is there a lot of people at this tower as we, I guess, head all?
Yeah, on the way. There's a small number of us. The mistress and, I think including ourselves, the Custodios, Oliatos, Eretemos, and Elion. That brings it to 6 people.
Oh.
It's a small way of living. It makes it
Okay.
easier to fish for everybody.
Yeah.
We can salt some of these, but depends. You might all enjoy a feast. And they'll lead you on. And indeed, it's a short ways till you reach what appears to be, well, The road is rocky ahead of you, and you enter a bit more of a mountainous region as the trail picks up. And in the distance, a ruined guard tower stands at a vantage point, which obviously has clear views of the whole surrounding area. The building looks ancient, and it's in a very poor state of repairs, aside from some slapdash things thrown about it. There looks to be a fire burning on the parapet, and you can hear gentle music drifting from the inside. You should all have control of your tokens. Let me know if you don't. But your two companions will... Please, this way. They will greatly enjoy having you here. You can move them as a pair. It's not a grid, so you can't snap to it, but you get the idea.
Well, I'm excited to meet her and warm bed for tonight.
Well, certainly. And Didikas will open the door, which I will reveal, to what appears to be a sort of multi-purpose room. It's got a lot of ruined stuff, but they, despite what the map will look like, has a table set up large enough for a number of people to eat at, and a lot of carpets thrown down. It's ruined, but it's homey. Like someone's had some time to set up here. And within two other men in very similar physique to the other two, varying in across all of them, vary in skin tone and hair and other minor effects of description that we don't have to get into the weeds about. But they'll each, give themselves, give quick hugs to one another. Yeah, we have brought friends, visitors even. I rushed to call you friends, but I have good things to think of you. This is Oliatos and Eretemnus. They are two fine men. Not as fine as myself and Gorgios, of course, but, they get used to second place. And the other man chuckles. He is a braggart at heart. This is why he has always been lesser than me.
Theranos will kind of self-consciously look down at rather scrawny arms on the way in. Well, everyone, just keep your eyes open for anything odd.
To the party, or do you say that?
To the party that we start going in the door.
Okay. Well, no sooner have you all entered, which you can pull yourselves in, then one of them heads upstairs before briefly reappearing. If I may, the humble honor of introducing our most esteemed lady. And the first person to walk down is another man, probably the most jacked person here, and appears to be wearing some armor. And you notice there is some armory around, some shields and breastplates, armored skirts, spears, standard affair. And he steps down and takes a position. And walking down, you see what can really only be described as an Oread nymph in all her beauty. Really wearing nothing but a cloak draped around her. Of course, tastefully, but the Oread are mountainous folk, typically of darker skin, and she takes that to an extreme. Her skin almost steel-like, or like with a rock steel hue. Her eyes kind of almost trace over all of you with a red tint to them, and long black hair curls around her shoulders, far beyond down her back. Welcome, all of you to my little slice of paradise, I suppose. And I am Yuria of the Autumn Wind.
Pleasure to meet you.
No, the pleasure is all mine.
Of course. We were traveling and saw some of your just kind of glances across the 6
Mm-hmm.
companions.
And you'll turn back and she's like in your space.
Oh. They invited us for the evening.
And I'm so glad they did. It's always nice to have new people around. New stories, fresh experiences. I find it very important. Do you like it here? Does it suit your accommodation?
Well, it is better than the rocks outside by far.
Well, I certainly would hope to aim higher than rocks, but, well, as my guest, and she'll just go and flick your nose. Anything you want, you let me know.
Sure.
Please, get my guests some food. And as she turns to address them, she'll do that thing where she just kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder, and you'll feel like a kind of like assessing grip. Anything they want, and she'll eye the rest of the party. Her eyes seem to hold more on all of the male characters than anyone else. She'll politely nod to the other two and give a up and down, of course, but definitely holds on Ponos and his lack of dress. If her eyes were boxers, they'd be DQ'd immediately. I need to finish my prayers, shall we say. But I'll be with you all for dinner shortly. I hope that my group here can sufficiently prepare some food. If any of you need me, I'll be just upstairs. And she'll look at you all and throw Threnos one final small little glance as she'll go back upstairs.
Well, not what I was expecting exactly.
It is the kindness of our mistress. Please, she has instructed you all to, not instructed you all. She's instructed us to take care of you all. So, if you would please, we will set up beds and get the finery in such a way that you might enjoy yourselves.
Greatly appreciated. We'll just confer amongst ourselves while you set all that up.
Very well. And they'll get about it. I mean, you see they have they'll get a small fire going outside, and two of them will begin cooking and getting that going. The other three rather, will set up a table and start arranging things in such a way that there's some chairs they kind of prop up, and they'll scurry up and down the stairs occasionally to grab some extra things, but it's relatively quick. What do you all do during this time?
See, like, I think we whisper, like, see, they seem okay.
I mean, a little uncomfortable, perhaps, but...
Well, hey, you're such a charmer. It makes sense.
Yes. Well, Has anyone seen Eliana?
Oh,
Can't say I have. I think she might have stayed outside.
I'm gonna check the door and make sure it's not locked or anything.
Nope. Open. There's two dudes hanging out there. They'll give you a wave as you smell some fresh cooked and salted fish. Seasoning's pretty decent, actually. It smells lovely. If you like to smell fish, which hopefully you do, because you've been cooking it a whole bunch.
I look down the road to where Eliana's out in the road. So far, everything's fine.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of eyeballing the ruins? Question mark.
Ruin, but like there's been work put into them.
Well, we'll be inside. So if things go terribly and you hear yelling, just come running in after it's started. Or you could come in with us.
stop jinxing it. It'll be fine.
It is fine. I'm trying to let her know it's fine. Look, besides a little objectification, everything's going well.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, have fun. I will close the tower door behind me. Just leave Eliana out there.
The two men will... Miss, would you like to sit the fire, keep yourself warm?
I assume they're talking to me.
Oh, yes, they are.
Just kind of like look at them and no, I'm fine, thanks.
Ah. If you are worried about the tower's strength, I assure you, it's quite sturdy.
I'm sure it is.
Well, if there is anything we can do to ease your mind, please let us know.
How late in the day is it at this point?
It's late afternoon. It's getting towards nighttime.
Okay.
Well, how's everyone else feeling about our current accommodation? Do we leave this behind before anything goes weird, or do we just accept the weird?
Can't you guys smell the food just a little bit longer? Yeah, we'll eat, and then if we need to, we'll just say, hey, excuse us, we have to keep going. No fuss, no, you know.
Oh, wait, I should probably bring Kira onto this map as well. Because she's here. She'll hang out with Eliana. There's something about that name that's really ticking my boxes, if you know what I mean.
No, because that has more than one meaning.
Oh, no, nothing like the chemistry between the two of us, darling. No,
Chemistry?
it's like science with extra steps. Oh, your look of confusion is why I care for you so. No, her name, it's one of those things. Remember when we were at that other kooky camp with Zephyrus? And he had my instruments? Well, look, I've heard music, but I don't want to assume anything. But if she's who I think maybe maybe not, might be. She might have one of mine. And
How many instruments did you have?
well, I only have the one.
I'm sorry, how many instruments did Kira have?
Look, you almost got on a dragon today, so there's 4 of them. Well, now 3 of them out there, as far as I'm aware.
Maybe
It can't be. Why would they be out here? I mean, those
why would it be
instruments are
anywhere?
very, because they're cool.
I meant
I've only got a chance to see them a few times, but my goodness, they're cool.
just like the last one. Why would it have been where it was
Oh,
instead of where it should be?
well, because I mean, take 5 seconds and look at Zephyrus. What's left of him? He wanted to do his crazy kooky cult thing.
Well, perhaps this can jog your memory as I take the coin of what's her name? Valis? And boop. Give Kira the fox's cunning. Up her, or not up her intelligence, but give her a better chance. Maybe stoke that forge of a mind brain she has.
Oh my god, it's her. Oh my gosh.
You'll have to be a little more helpful because I can't read your mind.
There's okay, look, there's like if the mistress and there's music in the air and she's able to kind of like maybe control people, or at least get men to take their shirts off and wear very skimpy clothes, which I mean, like, let's be honest with ourselves, we can both do with the flap of the eyelashes, but she probably has one. It's probably up there on the upper floor, if I had to guess. Better acoustics up there. Larger thing, larger reach. If she wanted to get someone's attention, come up here, she flashes her tits at him, and then bada bing bada boom, she has herself at the roll.
So Mardi Gras.
Don't know what that is, but if I did and I had the knowledge of the goddess, I'm sure I would agree with you.
There's sometimes it's not great being right.
Well, that's why I usually insist on being left.
This is just another reason.
That will be a get-together in the end eventually. If I don't get between you and Ponos, of course.
Well, geez, you ought to force something in front of everybody with your little joke.
It was really funny.
It just kind of like daggers.
Mm-hmm. You being angry about it means it was extra funny. Anyway, that's the situation as far as I recall. Now, they're all probably in there enjoying a nice meal, or, well, I guess they're not. Still cooking over there. But who knows? One of them might be fucking her right now. You gotta get up there.
What?
She probably has the instrument on the top. She'll be distracted if she's, entertaining. I can't go up there.
Why?
Because I look like a bard.
Have you thought about looking not like yourself?
Gosh, wouldn't that be nice? Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of magic.
Or
Not on hand, at least.
perhaps a change of clothes and
Eliana, my goodness, are you suggesting you both get naked in the woods and change clothing? Because I've written several verses about this exact moment.
Is this another one of your shipping chart things, Kira?
My lips are sealed on a number of topics. But for you, I'll say it was certainly involved.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we need to get on the move. Either you get in there or I'll have to take your clothes off and go in there as you. Which would be pretty fun for me in a lot of ways, but I don't imagine it'd be very fun for you.
You wouldn't really get anywhere, so...
Well, I might get into the tower, which is the really important thing right now.
Well, why don't you use that little bit of increased knowledge, and formulate a plan while I have to deal with this.
What are you motioning to when you say this?
Kind of like gesturing to the tower in the whole situation.
Well, fine. I'll come up with something extremely cunning. So cunning you could put a tail on it and call it a fox.
Right. As I just kind of...
All right, back in the tower as Eliana is entering. What are you all doing? It's dinner. The table appears to be set.
I think Leo, of course, is the first one to sit down and waiting for a meal.
Yeah, Calliope skeptically sit down.
I think he whispers, "I swear they're not going to try to kill us this time."
I'm still gonna hold my breath.
I mean, so far, it's kind of hard to argue with anything.
They'll gather around the table and the fish will begin to be served. Though there's a moment where they all sit there and if one of you could go fetch the lady. And they'll all kind of turn their eyes towards like Ponos, Drenos, Leo.
I don't think we should send Leo.
As he was about to raise his hand.
Just sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to him. I see him like start to raise his hand. I just like push it back down.
She seems
No,
to
no.
have a type. Honos, do you want to, or should I? All right, well, I'll be back. And Thurnos will slowly stand up and slide the chair away.
Yeah, while you're either walking across the room or going up the stairs, Calliope's just gonna say, "Keep your wits about you and take a bardic inspiration."
Appreciated. And slowly make his way up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Going up the stairs, you enter. I'll grab you and drag you over. You enter another room of the tower. This one with a lit brazier pouring forth flame into the sky. Up here, things are pretty bare. It's open air here. Some dilapidated statues, some not. It appears there's a ramp behind you that goes down the tower's height, and a balcony out beyond. But probably the first thing you notice is the fact that Yuria is spread across a bear rug, completely naked. Ah, I see you grew bored of that little slice of paradise. Perhaps I can show you another.
I just came to tell you it's time for dinner.
Oh. Well then, escort me. And actually, in this moment, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Sure. That is an 18.
You feel your mind not necessarily being like infringed upon, but like literally it's like, I don't know how else to say this except in a meme way, like monkey brain, like that's a pretty lady. Like nymphs are designed to be very attractive. Every single one of them. Like I will share all the art and TPK show discussions later, but my goodness, if it's called a nymph, they are. Anyway, like enough dime pieces to start a small savings account. But in that moment, you're kind of able to like shake it off, just kind of fight back against that natural inclination to like, well, obviously, but like, what?
Well, we tried. Just probably better for you to stay here. And I'm just going to turn around and walk back down the stairs.
No, stop.
I won't unless compelled.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's when you hear the first strike of the chords on a string, and I need to change the music, I would think. As
Theranos will just yell down the stairs, Eliana was right, but don't tell her.
Now hold on. Oh, that's
Wow,
not
how could you
near.
do this to me?
Need this one.
I had to get you closer to the mess before it became a mess.
I told you. Last ruin we went into with a bunch of people partying, this thing happened too.
One of these
I need
times.
you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Sure. What is the bardic that you give out? Jack?
Let me see.
Is it a
what
D6?
It's still a D6, correct?
So we are going to go with a 16.
No, that's a 17 because my minimum is 2 now.
17. Should have waited until he said 16 was just not enough.
6. Well, the strength of Calliope's words stops the spell from taking effect, but you know in your like mental heart of hearts, she was attempting to take complete control of you with a command word.
Okay.
Not a like command, not like a spell command word, like
Dominate
whatever.
person, not command.
More like what's the word? Geas?
Hypnotism. Yeah.
A
Kind
geis?
Geis?
Gesh.
A Don Geis? A
Yes.
Gesh? I think it's a Gesh.
It's a gesh. I
technically.
can't remember how that S is said.
Anyway, she was trying to get in your brain and put some shit on you. I need everyone to roll initiative as you call down the stairs, and all the men down there start getting real antsy looking at all of you.
It is Gesh, by the by.
Is it gesh?
Gosh, there you go.
One of those
You
words
learn
I only
something
ever see
every
spelled.
session. That's the real reason people show up for Oathsworn. The lessons.
How to pronounce words.
We're like Sesame Street, except we also have incredible violence involved sometimes.
Well, the incredible violence is important. Because why have problematic situations if you can't punch your way out of them? Right?
Just violence and the occasionally naked NPC. I mean, it's just like Sesame Street.
Exactly.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
wow. I mean, what Sesame
What
Street
channel
were
did you watch
watching?
Sesame Street on?
Yeah, like, oh my god, that's disgusting. What channel was that on?
Well, at the start, it is Yori's turn again. And
3 spell slots in.
Spell slots.
This
Innate
happening.
ability and a spell slot.
Just keep leaning on that +1. Come on.
I need you to make me a strength save.
Okay.
As she plucks a few more cords and a massive gust of wind begins pushing you towards the side of the tower.
Well, it was gonna happen eventually.
All right. I'm going to measure this out because you get pushed 15 feet in this direction. So you are just at the cliff's edge.
Okay.
You can, like, as you're getting pushed, that just grab on with your fingernails. And I'll reveal more of the area over here.
I will say cute and beat my wings twice in the air just to show that they're there.
Mm-hmm. That's when the flame behind her will start moving. And
the what?
The flame behind her will start moving. What do you mean? And we'll close.
Oh, cool.
It is pretty well. Actually, it's kind of hot, because it's a fire elemental, and it's gonna try and touch you. An 8 probably doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. but
Thrynos
how
is
about
resisting.
a 22?
Sure.
Okay. That's gonna be 8 fire damage because I rolled low. And it's just going to try and smack down on you twice, and one of them you're able to, like, kind of pull your hand back as it breaks into the rock, and you find your grip kind of a bit deteriorated away. But the second one hits your arm, and you feel that sizzle of skin. But it is Calliope's turn.
I have to unmute. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at these 2 guys that are directly in front of me. Just say, look, you're probably really nice guys. I don't want to hurt you. And I'm going to try to cast blindness on the 2 in front of me with a 3rd level blindness deafness.
Okay.
That is a con save.
Okay. A 19, a 14, a 12, a 13.
Oh, it's only on 2 of them.
Oh.
The limitation.
Got you. So 19, 14.
Okay, so 1 will succeed and 1 will fail.
All right.
So one of them is blinded at the very least.
Okay. Do you have a preference for whom the 2 you were targeting? Likas, Gorgios, Olatos, Oyatos, or Eretmonos?
Not particularly, just like one of the 2 that are within that ping. So
Okay.
yeah, that works. That's totally fine.
Por Likas.
And then Calliope will just look to Defera and say, "You're probably the best one to handle this out of the group down here." Take a bardic inspiration going forward.
All right. That's your turn.
That is my turn.
Next up, Miss Logide.
Oh, goody. I get to kick open the door.
Okay. Well, you munchkin your way in.
Hooray, I did it. I'm the greatest. So I come in and I notice that it's just like arms at the ready now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The diplomatic situation has deteriorated beyond repair.
I was gone. I wasn't here for 5 minutes. And that is internal, by the way. I'm gonna come up to Ding over here. And I'm gonna Unfortunately, Ponos, you're not, or not Ponos, I'm sorry, Threnos, you're not here, which is going to become possibly problematic. Because I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh no. Okay. That's
Obviously everyone, all of my friends here are unaffected, but Ponos isn't, or not, keep saying Ponos. Theranos isn't here in sight to say that he's good.
okay. And quick reminder for the audience: what shape do your spirit guardians take?
The vague humanoid shapes of dragon, Dragonlords of past.
All right. So do they have to make the save immediately? But on the start, not start of their turn, yeah. I know usually once you cast it afterward, it's at the start of their turn they begin the space.
Yeah, when they enter the area for the first time of turn or start their turn there. So I would say when they start their turn.
Understood.
Because forced movement, whole bit stuff.
Okay.
They also have half speed while in the area. So these three and this dude with the C.
Yes, that might indicate something.
Hmm.
Anyway,
it's embroidered on his tunic.
Tunic. Why do you think he's wearing a tunic? Anyway, because I accidentally skipped you, Tefera, you're up.
Okay. She's going to burn an action to cast mage armor on herself. And then bonus action, she'll mumble something under her breath and cast Hex on the Sea Man.
Not the Sea Man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do that.
Elion was his name, but not that you need to remember it because it's a hex. So that's a. What do I need to make for that? Wisdom save?
No, I'll ping it. That way you have it.
Oh, perfect. That'd be amazing.
Just kidding. It didn't send any of the stuff over. That didn't help at all.
What save do I need to make? Just let me know.
It doesn't say until.
Yeah,
the
there is.
It just happens. All right. Cool. He be hexed, and he'll take that one necrotic, I guess.
And then I get to choose one ability that he will have disadvantage on.
Yes.
Ability checks. And I want to do strength-based something.
Well, you should say strength, yeah?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to get into like athletics or something.
Okay, cool.
Strength, yeah.
Sweet. Strength it is.
Threnos.
Oh, I hate it when she's right. I am going to upcast Tasha's Mind Whip so that it affects 2 creatures, and I'm going to heighten the one on the elemental, so it has disadvantage on its intelligence save, but she also must make an intelligence save.
Okay. Both need intelligence save. I'll do that right now.
And the elemental's at disadvantage.
She's got a 19. Elemental has a -1.
That's definitely what I want to hear. Damage was pathetic at 5. Psychic damage to the elemental and 2 to her.
Well, that's not insignificant. As your psychically conjured arrow feathers
appear above their heads, pierce into their foreheads, and going. Oh, I need to look at myself on here. So the ramp goes around the tower.
Yes.
Is there any way to go through the elemental?
Yeah, you certainly could. It doesn't stop things from moving through it.
Well, I'm already on fire, so I am just going to head down the stairs.
Okay. Take 1 fire damage as you move through its space.
That's exactly what I want to hear. How far down the stairs do I get?
You can make it all the way to the bottom.
Okay, I will run to the bottom of the stairs. Oh, you moved me. Fire elemental. Angry naked lady. Eliana was... Hi, Eliana. That's it.
The soldier's turn. They need to make some wisdom saves, or at least 3 of them do, yeah?
4 of them need to make
4,
wisdom
wow.
saves.
An 11, an 11, and an 11, because apparently Roll20 likes a joke. And a 10.
Those all fail, so they will all take the original 12 radiant damage.
I'm just going to go ahead and...
Oh, he did. Oh, whoa, shit. Okay. Oops. I thought these were...
These are dudes not wearing their armor, and they're buff, but like, it's show
I
muscle,
don't know.
clearly.
I just assumed like... hey,
You
they
watch
were
as the
not
Dragonlords,
garbage.
as you watch as this energy collides with their bodies, and they just like get swept off the
Whoops.
floor. So yeah, good job.
God damn it.
This last one is going to move over and attack Tefera, or at least try to. He'll strike at you, kind of like quickly like skipping off a long spear from the ground and shoving towards you with a 16 to hit.
With mage armor, 17 is my AC.
A miss.
And he'll collide with a magical force, and he tries to push further, but he just can't. And poor Erit Menos is the last one of his kind around, except for Elion, who will take the opportunity to step out of here and attack Ponos, because that seems like a smart thing to do to him.
Does he move out of my melee?
My goodness, he does.
I
He's
would
trying to
like-
get out of the area. Yeah,
I would like to attack.
please do.
I'm just gonna thwack him with my quarterstaff.
21 will definitely hit. He is armor. He is like buff and set up, but he's not that buff and set up. Do some damage.
I did it, but it didn't go through again. It's 8 total.
8 total. A
Bludgeoning.
mighty thwack across the back of the head as he attempts to go back, and he's a bit stunned, but he finds his feet under himself, and he'll strike out towards you, Ponos, with
Oh
a.
wait, and then I get an extra D6 necrotic.
Oh
kidding.
well, if you insist.
With
Nice.
6 necrotic.
As a treat.
As a treat, my guy is gonna not feel so great. He's barely staying on 2 legs at this point, and he's just gonna kind of strike out towards Ponos twice with an 8 and an 11.
That even
Yeah, the
misses.
11 hits.
The 11 hit. Oh my goodness. Okay. For 6 piercing.
Oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Very good.
Uh,
Okay,
We should-
everything's fine.
We should have ordered you a health necklace before leaving town.
It's all good. Don't worry.
Leo, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step up in here, and then Ponos give you a tap on the shoulder and heal you up for 6 with my lay on hands, and just say, "You got this, dude."
Whoa.
Just put that
Oh,
right
That's
back.
exactly what I needed. How did you know?
And, the wound, or just there.
Measured it.
Ponos, you're up.
Hmm.
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
next you want to do, Leo. I think. Sorry. Was that your
After
turn, Leo?
I get.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I totally skipped out on the rest of Leo's turn. What is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, it says you can attack twice.
But you took
Is
play
that-
on hands as an action.
Yeah. So that doesn't. Right.
Okay, sorry. Just wanted to
Google.
check.
No,
Okay.
no.
Ponos, you're up.
Thanks.
You're gonna throw something.
Well, and after a gentle caress on the shoulder for the good boy touch makes me feel much better, I'm going to be like, do your thing and just push you into a fight. And I'm going to use my my boon to give a free action to Leo. So
All right.
do your attacks.
Awesome. So yeah. As he pushes me forward, I do a swing at this guy.
Take a swing. 14 won't quite make it. Despite being unarmored, he does seem to be very well trained, and he'll take his short sword and catch your Zephos in the same spot. Edge to edge. That wouldn't normally be good, but you have magical weapons, so. Want to swing again?
Oh, can I?
Well, you can attack twice. You have a full action.
Oh, full action. Sorry, I thought I got one action. Awesome.
Well, when you take the attack action, you can attack twice because you're super special.
And
Awesome.
13.
Except if you roll 13, because then you ruin the whole thing, and
Yeah.
Elion's parents have died now. It's a whole. My goodness, you should
No.
roll 13. No. You attempt to strike again, and he'll just catch your sword on the hilt and lock you up, putting his full attention into stopping your attack. But Ponos, you still have the rest of your turn.
Let's see. So there's a big ball of fire coming down the stairs. There's some guy that's smacking me and is dodging and weaving. I'm just gonna, while Leo's kind of throwing these heavy swings out in front of me, I'm gonna watch him, gauge it. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, use my steady aim. So I've not moved, which means I can give myself advantage on an attack as long as I don't go anywhere. So I'm just watching. And as Leo's strike comes in and he dodges to the side, I'm going to attempt to football tackle this guy to the ground.
All right, make an attack.
11.
Did you have you advantage? Yeah.
Oh yeah, give myself advantage because I'm cool.
And it's
20.
a natural 20. You get this guy, and as he's off balance, you can get both of his legs up and just into the ground, pinning him. It says 0 damage, but I'll give you a damage here, as he's just completely dazed onto his back.
Bam.
And
That's my turn.
yeah, if that's your turn, start of the order. An old friend is coming back as the big ball of fire comes down, and
that's all he does because he failed his save last turn.
my goodness, you're right. In pursuit of you, it goes and attempts to move, but then stops itself. But it will move on top of you.
I can't be any more on fire.
Wanna bet?
Well, additionally, I'll put her at the top of the stairs on your map so it's easier to aim at her. Yuria is going to play a soft chord towards you all. And there's not a save for this. And so that's an extra 2d8 per level. So 2, 4, I'll just roll this in front of y'all because she's casting pretty high sleep. So starting with the lowest of your HPs.
Can I counterspell that?
You bet your ass you can.
Yes.
As she descends, she's thrown on her robe and is kind of like just billowing in the fiery heat behind her, and she'll play a soft chord, but Calliope, you can throw out a hand and counterspell. Defera. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Okay, either way.
No. Proper acknowledgement of duties is required. Defera, I need you to make an ability using your spellcasting ability. So in this case, it's a charisma check. You're casting at 3rd level?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get?
Oh wait, what? I thought you were doing it. What am I doing?
No.
Sorry,
I need you to
missed
make
it.
a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Yeah,
Not a save, just a check.
a check.
Shit. Motherfucker trucker.
You're inspired. You can add
Oh,
a
wait.
D6 to that. I think
That's
Cole might have
right.
given you advantage at some point if you haven't used that.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, he sure did.
You probably use that. Well, you have a 15 right now. Would you like to use advantage?
Yeah, I'll just give it a shot just in case she's got like a real high thing.
Okay.
Just kidding.
All right, it's 15.
15 is above what you needed by 1. And
Oh, good.
how does your counterspell work? Do you throw up a rune? Is it like a magical signs or?
I would assume it would probably look a little bit more like this is gonna be like a weird thing to imagine, but probably the snakes turning on her towards Yuria, like turning that direction, and Defera would probably follow their gaze, and it would probably come more from them than her.
Ooh. No,
So maybe
it's not.
like a radiant, like glowing eyes on the snakes or something similar to that.
The snakes can open their mouths and the arcane energy kind of pools around them and catches that blast. And she appears quite frustrated by this, but frustrating Yuria seems to be a theme with you all tonight. So, with that being her turn, Calliope, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna start strumming on my lute just right back and say splish splash, towers turn into ash, and summon a water elemental just right in front of that fire elemental.
Do we have a thing for that?
If I
Oh,
run
gosh.
through a water elemental, will it put my fire out?
I'll say yes, because that sounds right. In my brain parts that demand things work logically, yeah. Oh gosh, do I not have a water elemental thing? I'm embarrassed.
Oh, it's okay. It's kind of a wild card.
Because the instrument is just
It's just the Zephyr lute. Yeah, it's just. I thought it was
yeah,
Conjure
it's
Elemental.
Conjure Elemental.
Yeah.
My goodness, for a second I was like, oh well, it's just the other fire. It's stupid. Always double check your player's sheets. I can't believe I don't have. Anyway, here's a water elemental.
Amazing.
I'll give you some control of it.
Amazing. Yeah, I just want to put him like
Go for it.
right over there. The range is 90 feet, so it's fine.
Okay. I will say that putting it near there, it's going to take some cold damage just for being nearby. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I do have to roll. It has like a separate initiative, unless like we want to do it on the same initiative.
Just do it
as
on the
me.
same initiative
Okay.
just to keep it going.
All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and have it make some slam attacks towards it. So let's see, that is a 7. I always choose the things that like I have to like manually do on Roll20. I don't know why. I don't know why I do this to myself.
No
Here we are.
worries.
Okay, so that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. If you're attacking the fire
The
elemental.
fire
Yeah.
elemental, yes. Alright, so then that's 2d8 plus 4, and I don't know if anything extra happens because it's water, but
I'd say so, as that will do some additional damage as it has a fire weakness, water weakness. Oh my goodness! But it will also similarly take some damage as its parts are evaporated, so it will take 4.
okay, totally fine. That is one of its 2 attacks. It can take 2, so let's do the
Okay.
second one. Ooh, an 11.
And 11 won't do it, as
Okay,
the fire
that's
elemental
totally
is able
fine.
to move its mass out of the way in time. Anything else on your turn?
I think that'll be it for now.
Okay, Defira.
Yeah. So is she missing any of her hit points?
Well, you would have to figure that out now, wouldn't you?
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm not gonna bother trying to.
What do you mean? No. What? Go for it. Have fun.
It's fine.
Win the goal. Score the points.
No, I think that DeFair would probably just do the thing. So she's going to very quickly direct her attention to this gentleman's right here.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna toll the dead.
Okay.
And I need a wisdom save.
Well, you know, these people are very wisdomous. 9, rather. Shit, I can't read.
Nope. Now, does he look like he has been put into any pain?
This one has not yet. I mean,
Okay.
beyond emotional pain of you attacking his mistress, oh my goodness. The little ping.
It's like a ring in your ears when you've gone to a concert and you didn't put earplugs in.
Irresponsible of him.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's anything else on your turn?
Negative.
All right, Eliana.
Cool. Just gonna kind of sidestep the unalived dudes. Kind of come on over here, kind of letting Pono stay away from the lights that flit around.
Thrynos.
God, Thrynos, fuck my life at this point in time.
At least you didn't stand right where I hoped to run through a water elemental.
Oh, I super did. I don't know your life or your choices.
Anyway, make your attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna summon Buddy Cop Weapon
Okay.
right over by the area,
Oh.
whatever.
Yuria, yes.
Oh, well, super miss.
It'll smack into the wall, creating a small little opening there as the tower shudders just a little bit more than you'd like.
Yeah. And this dude's probably just gonna get murdered. The spirit guardians are not worried about it. So I will have her make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. She got 14.
That's not good enough. Take 13 radiant damage from a sacred flame.
Oh my goodness. All right, that fire comes burning down. Now you can certainly confirm she's taking damage, as she appears not great. I mean, still fine, but not great.
You have one of the instruments, don't you?
It's mine. Thank you very much.
You're rightfully stolen.
Rightfully claimed. Not that the goddess is doing anything with it. Now I get to be a goddess.
barf as I pass my turn.
Thrynos, you're on fire.
Yep, Thrynos take another D10. 7 again.
Ooh, you're really good at rolling sevens.
I'm very good at rolling 7s. To the outside observer, Thrynos is on fire, not in great shape, and in the middle of a fire elemental. I'm going to upcast and quicken with the last of my sorcerer points. Another pair of Tasha's Mind Whips. So if I could have 2 intelligence saving throws.
Fire elemental and Uria.
Well, yeah.
10.
Fails.
And a 15.
Is exactly enough.
Shame. The fire elemental, of course, doesn't pass.
Yep, it takes 11 damage. She takes 5.
Okay. Not enjoying that.
And since that was my bonus action to hastily toss 2 arrows toward their heads, or head-like regions, the top, whatever, I will head this way.
Head.
That guy's not blind, he's hexed or something, right?
Yeah.
Then I will stop next to him so that I don't get hit by him and use my action to put out the fire.
Okay.
As I stop, drop, and roll. Except not stop, dropping, and roll because I don't want to be prone at the end.
You're able to pat out and like fan out your wings and shake off the fire that's going across your body. Soldier's turn. They're going to have to make some wisdom saves. 12.
No.
Okay.
And it's arguable if the fire elemental's in it.
I would say the fire elemental's in it. I'd honestly say Uria's in it as well, a little bit.
It's up to you.
I'll be generous.
So's the water element.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's also gonna have to make the save or get fucked.
Okay, Calliope, if you could make the
that's
water elemental save. The fire elemental is gonna get a 5.
Woo! Yeah, it's wisdom save.
All right.
Take
Straight D20. That's not too bad.
She's gonna take
Natural 20.
Nice. You'll take half.
6. This guy is gone.
Whoops.
And yeah. So his turn is going to be struggling against Ponos, who hasn't pinned to the ground, to try and shake you off.
That's right. He was pinned to the ground. I could have just kept running by.
It's all right. He got a 14. Could you make me an athletics or acrobatics check?
Does he get disadvantage on that because it's a strength ability?
Oh my gosh, he does. So it's a 10. So you beat him. You keep him pinned to the ground, as you are, of course, the wrestling champion. And manage to stay on top of him, dropping some elbows onto his head to keep him pinned and dazed. She's not going anywhere.
That's why Thrynos stopped. Thrynos was running by, saw that Ponos was winning the wrestling match, and just kind of stopped and looked. What?
Leo, you're up.
Awesome. So the guy's pinned. I think I am actually going to run up to the fire elemental.
Okay.
And do some attacks.
Well, please do.
Ooh, the first one's a natural 20.
Oh, it's just natural 20. Would you like to smite on that, sir?
Yeah, I would like to, if that's okay.
Well, if you insist, I suppose you can smite. Now roll all your damage dice and let's see what happens.
All right. Boom. Searing Smite.
So that's 11.
Oh, I guess for the Searing Smite, they have to do a con save.
Oh, sure thing.
Not Searing Smite, just your regular old smite. Searing Smite you have to cast before you hit with it.
Oh, okay.
So Smite, you just turn in your spell slots to...
Also, reaction gonna steal that for a verse.
Hell yeah.
Why don't I see just regular smite on my thing?
It's a feature.
Oh, okay.
It's not a spell you cast. It's part of your feature.
I see it. There it is. Boom.
And you can choose what level you cast it at as well. You can choose a spell slot you cast it through, though. So, what are you casting at?
At level 1, I guess.
You can cast higher if you like.
You rolled a crit, you have control. If you burn your biggest slot, you roll the most dice and double them all.
I'd say that is probably
Okay.
smart.
That's what the GM is hinting at.
I see. All right.
Schmack is a big thing.
Hit the big thing with the big number.
Yes, please.
So yeah, one more. Ooh. Oof.
And it's you critted, so it's doubled. So you rolled you rolled 1 d8 and then 3 more d8s for spells. I need you to roll 3 more d8
Okay.
because you critted. Let's not forget. Just roll 3d8 here.
Yeah, I'll just do it on this one. 3d8s. 19.
That is exactly like no shitting, no like GM behind the screen thing. That is spot on. Exactly. So you take one swipe through this creature and you just can all watch as Leo basically throws his whole arm into the core of this fire, and you watch as it seems to catch something, and behind his blade there is not but the empty air as he just cleaves straight through it, and it dissipates into flames. You still have the rest of your turn.
Oh yeah, that was my one attack, huh?
Yeah, it was just one attack.
Damn.
Did you just blow out a fire elemental with a sword?
Yeah. And
Well, I was
some
thinking about
divine
cast-
energy.
I was going to cast Gust of Wind. Cool. I'm assuming I can just get up near her, and then I am
You
going to
assume
attack her.
correctly.
Boom. Boom.
Yes, a 20
20
will
hit?
hit. Yeah,
That was another natural 20.
I swear if it was another natural 20, I'm just like, fine, whatever. It's 11:38. I'm fine with that happening.
She dies.
8. And then, yeah, I'm going to use another of my spell slots to do another
Well, if you insist, I guess.
smite. Boom. So,
How do you keep doing this?
15.
How do you do this?
Well, I decided I should actually do something for once.
No. I mean, how do you finish this fight off?
Oh, how do I do? Yeah, I think. Yeah. So he rushes over, does one cleave and like gusts this fire elemental. Then he runs up the steps and basically does the same thing to this person and goes for the waist and just sweeps and takes them out.
Swipe through, and in that moment of sheer just like shock that you could clear through her defender in such a go, Yuri is completely open, and you're able to cut into her, and she just crumples under the force of the sword, being pushed into the wall and dropping, collapsing at your feet, but releasing the oh gosh, what does he have? The liar along with her. Lyre. Not, like, oh, untruth.
The liar's a liar.
And right there, as I'm assuming Eliana takes like 2 steps over and ends this fight the next round.
I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily make claim if you have Ponos just like fucking throwing hands.
Ponos, Ponos, would you like to just like elbow this guy like Brock Lesnar on Randy Orton? Like
I've got him in like a sleeper hold.
Oh my, he's out. He's out.
I'm just in his ear going shh, 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 shh.
And you just see him
Quiet,
give on the
quiet.
tables the people's elbow.
Hit him with the chair. And he's done. And in this brief moment of silence, Kira will walk in like, it's okay, I have a... Oh, never mind. Good job. You got it handled.
Oh yeah, because as soon as the spirit guardians came up, her mind capacity went from 100 to like back whatever to normal is for her, which who knows what that number is.
But with the conflict resolved, the waylaying nymph, I don't. With this distraction handled, is exactly where we'll pick up next time, as we've completed tonight's episode of Oathsworn. Thank you so much, everybody. I am going to let my players, if you would please, fellow storytellers here, starting with Conrad, the most first-in-line person I know of in this show. I would also an incredible person on his own, not to... But if you could please tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where they can find you more in the future, that would be amazing.
Sure. Comrade Crash on Twitter. I played Leo Dracos, the Human Paladin, the Oath of the Dragonlord, and you can just find me just here on TPK with more Oathsworn. Up to Sir Heck.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. Tonight I played Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, all of that. I'm hopefully going to be streaming on my personal channel a lot more over this month. More details on that to follow pretty soon. In terms of the TTRPG space, you can find me here on Thursday for Queen's Gambit, our Tyranny of Dragons campaign over with Chrissy, and Cold Hand Lord of Hearts. I'm guesting again for another boss battle over there with HP. We'll see how this is gonna go. Then on Sunday, you can find me over on Neon Lights Roleplay with maybe not, because Mother's Day. We might not be airing. I'm not entirely sure, but you might find me over on Neon Lights with Violet C. I don't know yet. But don't worry. I'm back over at Lost Caravan RPG with another 5e one-shot on Thursday the 12th. And then on the 14th, a Saturday, is hopefully going to be the debut stream of our Numenera campaign over on the Hype Goblins channel. So it's going to be really cool. I've been super excited for how this has been developing. We've made the campaign poster and everything. It's gonna be so cool. But that is enough from me. Over on to HP.
Hello, I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and I played Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer who walks the path of the demigod. He spent this fight on fire, quite literally, and barely has any hit points left. That's correct. You can find me next this Friday, DMing Cold Hands Warm Hearts, where yes, there is a boss battle, including a talking moose, a druid, and hopefully Tony showing up to drop some love. That's where I'm at in the near future. So that's me, and speaking of the one and only.
Oh, hello. I played our very skeptic elf who is super duper right and is going to shove it in everyone's faces, but not really. That's not who she be. As for me, you can catch us Saturday for Dark Echoes continuation. Turk will be there playing his old man.
Oh, thank you.
God, what else? The 17th is a return for Oathsworn. The 23rd is for sure actually finally looked for the next Emerald Expeditions. And then I believe sometime this month, because I forgot to mention it last time, there's going to be a top shelf episode I'm in. It had to get rescheduled. It's using I think it was called Kismet. It just uses a singular d20 to determine destiny and fate and outcomes. So it's going to be interesting. I get to bring back an old character and I might actually have the cosplay for it. Who knows? I know, but who knows? So we'll go back up top again to Al the Biff.
Hello, folks. I'm Al the Biffer. I was playing Ponos, the true people's champion, the wrestling hero that shouldn't, but somehow seems to, and incredibly silly satyr. That was super dumb. I'll hand it up to Chrissy.
Hey guys, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I played Defera Adamos, our Medusa Warlock. Where can you find me? Module Week with Madness Calls It Forth, here on The Warmest of Oaths. And then Thursday again with Queen's Gambit, which is exciting because I've been saying this to everybody because I just am in love with this entire game, but we're finally finishing the Horde of the Dragon Queen and moving into the Rise of Tiamat. So I'm fucking stoked about this the whole game is great, so check it out. And then also, I think this month, Heck can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think on the 22nd we are playing Basic Witches.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So over on TBK Coven, we will be pumpkin spice latteing it up and hexing all of the shitty people in our high school. Who knows? We'll see you there. Turk.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hello everybody. I am Turk, or Turk Accented on Twitch and Twitter. I've had the distinct honor and privilege of being your DM for the evening. First off, big thank you to all my players and of course the chat. Your donations have helped shape the combat, even though I might not have used it. I'm sure everyone here appreciates it, and magic items are always pretty neat. If you want to see more of me and what I do, you can of course check me out on socials, but also my next, of course, is Tony Node. Next time being here on TPK will be this Saturday, where I will be playing my old man, the monster hunter, Dr. Rudolph von Richten. It's very good. And Sundays, I am over on Lost Caravan RPG, where I play a whole bunch of Lancer. If you have not had a chance to see any of that yet, it's a Mud and Blood system with a lot of really fun technicalities and giant robots shooting each other. And we just, ping each other with flirts the whole time. It's good. It's good. And ironically enough, to connect to Tony's schedule more, I play a character whose call sign is Kismet. So, pretty fun. Big loop. Beyond that, on the 16th, the day before the next Oathsworn, it will be the next episode of Iron DM, which is, of course, our competition where we put two DMs in a circle and throw in ingredients and see what the heck pops out of it. And this will be the beginning of the second round. So if you haven't caught up yet on the series, do watch how they qualified for. That should be uploaded to YouTube by this point. Definitely worth a watch. It's fascinating watching everyone's minds work. But also important to remember that the most important judge of all is often the audience. Their point differential can make or break how things flow. So be sure to check it out, even if it's just hear the final things, final products, and vote with your feet. And then, of course, on the 17th, we'll be right back here, picking up the pieces and furthering the story as we head into the Necropolis at Tillamook with more Oathsworn. That's going to be it. Thank you all one more time for chat, for hanging out with us, for my players and storytellers here, for just being absolutely excellent. And I'm very lucky to have you. And with that, remember that it's exactly when your back's up against the wall that you can show just how dangerous and strong you really are. And Even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies, which means you can kick their asses too. No position of power is safe. Thank you all very much. See you next time. HP, please take us out. Oh, and stick around for a raid. We'll try and throw one out.